We're going to do the S&P 500 May 9th, 2022 one-day reading live right now. So the overall behavior and theme for the day, there's an unexpected piece of news, a surprise piece of news that comes out. Either it came out, I don't watch the news, so either it came out over the weekend or it comes out on Monday the 9th. But a surprise piece of news. Unexpected moves. So we had a rotation on the 6th, which goes right hand in hand with the works card, which was the 6th on the month's overview. And I think we probably have a gap down here. This is an interesting, it's a complex reading. Got a lot going on. So I see at least 5 opportunity points here. So that piece of news, that sudden piece of news, has to do with a male ruler of nations. And there should be some sideways price swings in the pre-market, but gap down, decline right around the open. That gap down or decline right around the open in the first half hour, it's gonna mark an opportunity to position myself on both sides of the market. So I'll be positioning myself with calls and puts, which says to me that there's quite a bit of volatility, which would make sense being it's so complex of a reading. Looks like we have a low, probably another low. So we move higher out of that decline in the first half hour. We start to move higher. There's a rally out of it, and it looks like around 10 o'clock we decline through support. We meet a second support, then we bounce around along that support, and then we break down further. Opportunity in there. There'll be a low, another crest in here around like 11 o'clock. We'll have some volatility that picks up in volatility. It increases as we move forward in time, from roughly 11 to 12-ish. It's a lot of volatility in there, guys. A lot of volatility. Trade opportunity at a crest around noontime, around the edge of a range. So likely it would be the upper end of the range. So there'll be the upper end of a range here. That's an opportunity, and then we should be range bound with some decline back and forth here between 12 and 1. This is a significant card here, the happiness card, because that's actually the theme card on the overview for this day. So we're gonna sell from that upper end of the range. They'll be selling down with increasing momentum as we move forward towards the end of the day. Looks like there's a trade opportunity in the midst of this strong decline that we have here at the end of the day. Now, the interesting thing is, though, in the last half hour, we have this, in the last hour, 3 to 4 o'clock roughly, we have an opportunity within a rally to open up short position, but it's also correlated to a low for the day. I also see a crest. So there's a lot of volatility going on here, guys. A lot of volatility going on here, but there's a low correlator here. This is why I'm being advised to position myself on both sides of the market, because we're gonna see a lot of oh man, oh yes, oh man. You know, that's that kind of day. So if you're positioned on both sides of the market, it doesn't really phase you the same way. The other thing to point out here is that on May 6th we had the sneak preview card for the 9th is actually this same Princess of Wands card, so it makes this card significant. Any bit of a rally in here, it looks like there could be a notable crest at the end of the day. We test the resistance 3 times, and then we should fall sharply. So whatever move we make higher at the end of the day, in the pre-market we drop. It's like we retrace all of that move higher in the pre-market. sneak preview for the following days. This is a strong move to the upside, so it usually pushes the upper end of some range, but based on what I'm seeing, I think we're likely going to gap down tomorrow, or let me just get to that reading and I'll talk about it. So the success card nullified. So we go from support to resistance. We probably break through resistance for like momentarily because it's nullified, and that's what the success card is, creating new support out of old resistance. But being nullified says to me likely either it's at the very end of the day that happens, or that we do it temporarily and then we drop back down, and that's more likely what I see happening. I think the news has a lot to do with this male ruler. It's probably regarding the war. Let me see. Yeah, there's something really surprising, guys. Something is going to happen tomorrow that nobody is expecting. A big deal is something's going to happen tomorrow that nobody is expecting, guys. Yikes. Oh, yeah, I think it's military. But this is going to be something that's not expected, guys, to be clear. And there it is again. There it is again. Yeah, this is a big deal. Whatever this is, we have the Fool card showing up here, here. So this big piece of news, I mean, this affects the market for the next few days at least. Alright, and off of the low, there will be a big move off of the low. It'll be a notable, like prominent on a chart. There'll be a big move higher off of the day's low or lows. That's what I got for the 9th, guys. Just remember, this doesn't always tell you everything that's going to take place. You have to, the best use of this information is to take it and look at it side by side with what's happening, because it's almost like an equation where most people are dealing with, those x plus y equals z equations. Well, all the traders on the planet are trying to figure out z with just an x. They don't know what y is. They're guessing, right? Eso-Meta is the y, right? So if you take the technicals, the x and the y, and put them together, the z becomes very easy. And my friends, that's what a 98% accuracy is. Figuring out the z.